It's divided into 3 parts. In part 1, we present a human rights and social justice framework that can be applied to understanding any of the social issues that are addressed in the text. We also offer a way to analyze complex social problems that we're addressing in the book, whether it be immigration, criminal justice reform, adult protective services, but we call it a life course systems power analysis. And so that is a way to look at the way problems can be analyzed. In that, we're looking across the life course and an individual and family going through their life cycle, yet at the same time, they're also crossing across systems of which also change over time. And then if we also add in there the power dynamics that has to do with race, gender, disability status, LGBT status, and any other power dynamics, it's just a model and way you can actually analyze those complex interactions between the individual and the social, and the individual in the social and justice environment. Part 2 looks at an overview of all the different systems of care: child welfare, juvenile justice, criminal justice, adult protective services, immigration, so on and so forth. It outlines the theories, the practices, policies that impact that population. We also provide those case studies, different exercises that instructors can use. And most importantly, what this book highlights is that's new from the first edition is a whole section on core skills. That's where we look at the use of empirically supported interventions in practice, restorative justice, expert testimony, forensic interviewing. Where's some of our other topics?
So you covered juvenile justice.
Well, in terms of the skills,
program
development and research and policy, case level and policy level advocacy. And how I recommend, or how we recommend, that the text be used. There's a couple of different ways to use it, but if you have 15 weeks, if you're an instructor and you have a 15-week semester, part 1 can be covered in about 2 to 3 weeks, where part 2, which looks at the system of care, you could spend about 4 weeks going over the different systems of care, maybe a little bit more. But we highly encourage, based on the new CSWE competencies, where they're looking at holistic competence and they want measurable behaviors, is that a majority be spent on core skills, such as motivational interviewing, forensic interviewing, expert testimony, program development and evaluation, case and policy level advocacy. So if you spend that time where you can have students that walk out of that classroom that know the backgrounds of the different systems and how they intersect, as well as other core forensic skills such as interdisciplinary collaboration, they'll walk out of there and they'll be prepared to do well in their internship and to take on a forensic practice job in the future.
So many instructors and programs are looking to cover all of these skill-based issues, including evidence-based programs and evaluation, and it's difficult and challenging because we can't always develop standalone courses to teach things like assessment to students. And this book integrates assessment, evaluation, use of evidence-based practice in a standalone one place that covers diverse settings and populations, such that it would alleviate the pressure for programs to feel like they have to develop standalone courses to cover certain areas that help students achieve competencies. And very often instructors will supplement their text readings with journal articles. So there are references and suggestions for readings that instructors could use in their course, so that standalone chapters can be complemented by other things that have been written in the field.